In parallel with the unveiling of its latest fifth-generation J-35A fighters at the China International Air and Space Exhibition in Zhuhai, China showed the first version of the sixth-generation fighter, Baidi, or White Emperor, which is expected to be the mainstay of the future in the Chinese Air Force, in light of Beijing's quest to achieve superiority in air power over the United States, amid Western doubts about its achievements. The new Chinese stealth aircraft J-35A took more than 10 years to manufacture, and made its first air show on the 75th anniversary of the founding of the People's Liberation Army Air Force before it was shown at the China International Air and Space Exhibition. The state-owned company Shenyang designed the new fighter, which is smaller, lighter, more flexible, and faster than its counterpart J-20 Heavy Stealth. According to the People's Daily, its tasks will be mainly to achieve and maintain air superiority, which means full control of the airspace and subjugation of the enemy air force. China mainly relies in its air force on the fighters J-10, Shenyang J-10, J-11, Shenyang J-11, J-16, Shenyang J-16, and J-20, Chengdu J-20, in addition to the J-31B, Shenyang J-31B, and the new version J-35A, Shenyang J-35A, assigned to operate also from aircraft carriers. The new Chinese aircraft, a two-engine and single-seat, is supposed to match the American fighters F-22 Raptor, single-seat and two-engine, and F-35 Lightning, single-engine and seat, as well as the Russian multi-mission fighter Su-57, single-seat and two-engine, all of which are stealth aircraft with high combat capabilities. China is the second country, after the United States, that owns two fifth-generation stealth fighters, the first of which was the Chinese stealth fighter J-20, called the Great Dragon, which entered service in 2017. China has 195 fighters of this class at the moment, according to data from the website Jane's, specialized in military affairs. The Global Firepower website ranks China the third military power in the world, and indicates in its data that it owns 3,304 military aircraft, including 1,207 fighters, most of them of the fourth generation, compared to 1,854 for the United States, 809 for Russia, 530 for India, and 400 for Pakistan. According to information published by the People's Daily, the new Chinese fighter combines the latest technologies in the field of aviation. Designed to be invisible on radars and more maneuverable, it can perform a wide range of tasks, ranging from air domination, up to the implementation of accurate and lightning strikes. According to China's Global Times website, the fighter has high agility, stability, and operational efficiency, combining flexibility, maneuverability, a high level of comfort in the cockpit, and seamless integration between the pilot and the fighter, enhancing the effectiveness of combat operations. Despite the Chinese praise, the aircraft was met with a wave of criticism, up to the point of ridiculing its use of the number 35, for which the American F-35 Lightning is famous, and symmetry even in shape, at a time when constant accusations of the Chinese military industry related to the imitation and theft of American technology are being raised. Western doubts relate to the efficiency of the J-35A electronic devices as well as its engines, as China has previously faced difficulties in designing powerful engines that enable modern fighters to increase their operational range, accommodate more weapons and maintain high speed and maneuverability. Chinese fighters, including the J-20 fighter, have often relied on Russian technology, especially engines, and while China confirms supplying the new aircraft with the WS-19 super powerful domestic engine, Western military experts believe that China is still unable to meet the required standards for fifth-generation fighter engines. Despite the impressive performances of the fighter, military researcher Colin Koh, a lecturer at the S. Rajaratnam School of International Studies in Singapore, says in a Reuters report, given the black box that usually surrounds the military technology developments of the PLA, we will not be very sure about the performance of the J-35A fighter. In contrast, Chinese military analyst Fu Chansha, in a report for the Chinese Global Times website, believes that the modern fighter will represent a great challenge to other stealth fighters in the world, due to its innovative design and use of the latest materials. It has unprecedented stealth capabilities, and high dynamics will change the rules of the game in the field of military aviation, and will push other countries to accelerate the pace of development of their air weapons, according to his assessment. For years, Chinese scientists have conducted many advanced studies in the fields of science, technology, and engineering related to fighter aircraft technology, including stealth, Ko told the Washington Post. In addition to the J-35A, the Baidi fighter or White Emperor B was the most interesting display at the Aviation and Space Exhibition, as the official People's newspaper described the new aircraft as an integrated aerospace fighter of the sixth generation, designed to fly at high speeds and penetrate the Earth's atmosphere to work in space. Despite the secrecy over the specifications of the fighter, the streamlined design of the Baidi will make it, according to the identification plate of the body, fly at a speed several times faster than the speed of sound, capable of taking off and landing on a variety of unprepared runways, work in various weather conditions and in outer space, and is also an advanced platform for electronic warfare. According to the Global Times website, the appearance of the new fighter not only marks a technical achievement in the design of stealth and fighter aircraft, but is a bold new chapter in China's space ambitions, reveals a clear direction to control outer space as well, and a new era in military aviation at the level of stealth, speed, accuracy, and effectively carry out silent and deadly strikes. China has launched the strategic Nanchunmen project with the aim of developing next-generation air dominance capabilities, carrying out operations in the atmosphere and in near-Earth space, providing a springboard for autonomous combat units such as unmanned space fighters, and adopting new weapons, including electromagnetic guns, laser-based weapons, and particles, which evokes a level of technology integrated with artificial intelligence, previously intended for science fiction films. According to a report on the Bulgarian defense website, however, doubts are again being raised among analysts and observers in the West about the real capabilities of the Chinese fighter and its future development, contrary to its visually stunning design that evokes supersonic fighters in science fiction films, according to the defense security website in Asia. In addition to the fighters, China is developing the sixth-generation stealth bomber H-20, which will represent a qualitative leap in the strategic capabilities of China, which was heavily dependent on the H-6 bomber, a copy of the Russian Tu-16. Preliminary information indicates that the Chinese bomber under development has stealth capabilities and long-distance flight of up to 8,000 kilometers with a payload of up to 40 tons, including conventional and nuclear weapons, which makes it capable of balancing with the United States. In 2022, the United States unveiled the B-21 Raider heavy stealth strategic bomber of the new generation, which made its first flight in 2023, with the aim of replacing the B-2 Spirit bomber, the only American bomber with stealth capability. Despite the chronic Western doubts about China's military and technological achievements, the White Emperor, B fighter and other new arsenal of weapons raise the stakes in the current and future air dominance race with the United States, which is governed by economic rivalry, disagreements, and tensions in the Indo-Pacific region, around Taiwan and the South China Sea, and is clearly linked to the struggle for future world leadership.